Electrification gives us a whole new raft of challenges, different things to resolve.
The key aspect of this programme is that it is viable, it is here today.
It's been fantastic to be at the leading edge of introducing that into such an important segment as commercial vehicles. The automotive industry is in a period of massive change. So what we have is the Transit Custom plug-in hybrid. That really gives the customers range assurance, but also gives them the capability to run in electric mode for up to 30 miles. There was strong pull from our customers to get electrification into the Transit Custom, and having access to funding to help with projects that are taking a very novel and different approach is really key. We thought it was an ideal project to work with the APC on. We had existing relationships with Revolve and Prodrive, so it was a very logical extension to get them on board as part of the consortium.
Prodrive has had a relationship with Ford for about 20 years, actually. It's a rarity today to find somebody in the electrification field who owns all of the technology. It has to be a collaborative. In this context, it was to develop 20 vehicles for prototype demonstrator fleet. However, with a slightly more important characteristic, these vehicles were going to go onto the streets of London to be driven by normal transit drivers.
We've been working in the low-carbon commercial vehicle sector for a while at Revolve. So when Ford approached us, it was something right up our street. So this is the first time we really had some freedom to use the geofencing how it should be used. We put a fence around an area, and when the vehicle enters that area, it has to work in electric-only mode. So we can charge the battery up in non-sensitive areas, and we can use it pure EV in the sensitive areas.
We've completed over 150,000 miles of running on the streets of London, which is fantastic over the last 12 months. Passion that some of our pilot partners have had about the vehicles, a number of them have not wanted to give the vehicles back, so it shows there really is a place for electrified commercial vehicles, and it's great to see it coming to fruition now.
You discover things, you learn things. Being able to work with the APC to make sure we could modify the programme and its timing slightly to account for those differences was really important.
Generally what we do is confidential. However, being an APC programme gave us a window to the world. It's the exposure in terms of both media, publicity, etc. To actually be able to say Prodrive was involved in that development and the delivery, that makes us quite proud.
We've announced that we're going into production at the end of 2019, so these vehicles will be on the road early next year, which is fantastic, and that was only really possible with the help of the consortium and the APC funding.